Give it up for our founder, Richard Smith. I'm going to be very brief because I want Peter to be able to say some things, and I want to get out of here on a very timely manner. There's a lot of things that have been asked to me. It's fun when I come in here, they're like, is this really real? Yes, it's real. First of all, I want to talk about the $150 that you've seen throughout the site permanently since we pre-launched the company. That will never be charged to anybody, ever. That being said, there will be a very small $50 marketing fee that will be charged to people ongoing throughout the entire system. But all of you that are in this room that are DBOs or that become DBOs in the next little while, once you become a manager, you won't ever have to pay it. Well, you heard me correct, Linda.
I got it recorded.
All those that are founders and innovators, once they become a manager, they won't have to pay the $50. On top of that, we are going to be a franchise. We will be a franchise very, very quickly. Time goes very fast when you get in the TranzactCard ecosystem. You can't sleep at night? Who's experienced that? Wow, not as many as I thought. Second thing is time goes very, very fast. It's like, wow, where'd that week go? Wow, where did that week go? I'm sure most of you have experienced some of that. We're going to change the world. We're going to build a company that frees people financially. Venmo banking is a very exciting thing to me. Financial Momentum was a brand that we were given by an association of bankers that are very grateful that you are digital branch offices. The little banks don't have an equal shot against the big banks. And not to steal any of Peter's thunder, but that's what we do. We have win-wins on every front. Your TranzactCard member are going to think you're the best thing ever. In fact, I wasn't able to tell this a story to some good friends that flew out from Atlanta to see if we're real. I'm going to tell it now. And I'm not going to cry.
You're crying.
Got that recorded too.
Yeah. Don't record that one because I will never ever live up to it. I'm doing this for one reason and one reason only. And I'm going to put it in a story. One day, one of you, if not all of you, are going to sign up the neighbor across the street as a TranzactCard member. And you're going to forget about them. You're going to go do your build and keep moving forward, and one day you're going to show up at the grocery store. And that lady is going to come around the aisle, and you're in the aisle along with them, and she's holding a loaf of bread. Instead of putting the bread in and try to run away from you, because she doesn't want you to sell another lotion, potion, powder, or pill, she drops the loaf of bread and goes and gives you a big hug. Because for the first time in her life, that little green card that you put in her hand, she swiped it, and she swiped it, and she swiped it. And her and her husband got to go on a cruise ship. And it wasn't just the inner room for $500 a person. She got to go and do the $2,700 person. And she spent nothing but Z-Bucks. And she cries a little bit. Thank you for giving me this green funky card. It's changed my life. My husband and I are closer than we've ever been before, and we're able to buy diapers for now our grandkids because I earned my Z-Bucks or I redeemed my Z-Bucks, and I can afford $25 a box diapers. I can't afford $57 a box diapers. You starting to feel what we're doing here? That's why I'm here. Jeremy expected me, and so did Dave, to come out here and tell you the comp plan. I'd like to do that. There's a couple of numbers we have to run through, and we're running it through an algorithm right now to make sure everything's done. I can give you a little bit of a sneak peek more than I already have. Who would rather make $500 a month than get their rebate? Show of hands. Is there anybody that doesn't want to? We are creating a system where a person can have 2 tracks to become a manager. What? News to you, isn't it, Jeremy? 2 tracks. Track number 1, go get 3 commission qualified DBOs and be commission qualified yourself. What does that mean? You have 3 TCMs. Everybody understands that, right? 3 and 3. You're a manager. Congratulations. You're going to get a draw off a pool that gets funded by multiple sources. We're doing the algorithm to make sure that that pool for all those managers will be right around $500 a month, residual reoccurring income. Where's that come from? It comes from the effort of Randy Schrader. It comes from all the VPs that are up here, Linda Morris. You now get the brand new person that's a DBO just yesterday and became a manager today, now gets to take an override on the entire company, and that's how we unify this field. There is no downline here. It's us building an unbelievable company for the masses to swipe and change their life. Track number 2, you can become a manager with 20 TCMs personally enrolled. 20? 20.
Not 25.
20.
Wow.
Okay, now, where does that come from? Their own personal efforts, plus we give them a referral link and they get to make some Z-Bucks, don't they, for referring their friend?
Yes.
We're going to make this cooler and cooler. What do I mean by cooler and cooler? What if we do laptops? Who wants an AirBook Pro? What if we sell them for flash sale for the full retail value of $1,800, but it's not $1,800, it's 1,800 Z-Bucks? Now, you have a brand new person that just got enrolled, hasn't swiped enough, and they're pulling their hair out because they didn't have enough Z-Bucks to redeem to get that computer. Teach them to refer. The link's on the app. Brent just got done showing it. They'll click the app, they'll send it to their friends, their next door neighbor. When they load the card and swipe it for the first time, they get 500 Z-Bucks. They're your customers, folks. It's just like they were directly sponsored to you because it's you're the DBO. All that was is a referral. One TCM telling another person to be a TCM, they're all frontline to you and they count as your 20. There's something interesting in the TranzactCard, and I'm going to kind of end with this. I'm turning the time over to Peter. There's both an excitement level and a fear level. You experience that in yourself as well as with people you. How many's got, this is too good to be true? I could go through and show you that it's not too good to be true. I can use logic and I can get really good at it. The Z-Bucks that are earned, we all make money on. The Z-Bucks that get redeemed, we also all make money on. Did you hear me? How? Well, we no interchange. So if you were to stay at this hotel and use your credit card or your debit card, the hotel pays merchant fees. The lion's share of those merchant fees goes to the card issuer. That's how you make money when the Transact cards you use and a Z-Bucks earned. There's margins when we sell, by the way, these are Hey Dudes. These are Hey Dudes. Very comfortable shoe, by the way. I'm going to make sure they get this in the Z Club. So, when you buy a pair of Hey Dudes, they're about 50 bucks. You'll be able to use Z-Bucks to buy them down to about 25 bucks. Well, we buy them for 20, and I'm just speculating here because we haven't worked with Hey Dudes yet. That extra money we pay to you in that unifying pool we're talking about, along with a lot of other things. But that's the way this ought to be. Can you imagine? The only thing I disagree with Randy. Listen, folks, I've been to his house, what, 4 or 5 times, Randy? Best meeting ever. Holy crud. He edifies appropriately. He cares about everybody he does. He has people that flew in on their private jet, and he's got people that don't have excuse the language, a pot to piss in. That's Randy. He's doing this for the right reason. I think it's going to get a lot easier when the app's there. I think it's going to get a lot easier when we start branding ourselves effectively. My good friends that came out from Atlanta, their company is going through some challenges. So they're weighing out, do we come here or not? We're going to sell retail, but we're going to match them up to you guys. That's how the match program works. Right? Does everybody know about the match program? Yes. If you bring one as a DBO, how many does the company give you? 2. Hello? Mm-hmm. We're going to have a lot more to hand off to you than you're going to claim. Did you hear me? Yes. So, I fly home. I've been a busy boy. I flew home, landed Friday. Before that, Peter's like, hey, what if we just put all the swipes that happen from all the customers that aren't handed off into the pool? I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to leave it at this. We're never going to have that share of the manager pool that you can get there by 2 ways, correct? 20 customers, referral customers, and your personals, and become a manager the old-fashioned way, 3 to 3. We're going to flow up, not throw up, flow up. We're going to, once we peg that pool at $500, we're going to have it go to the senior managers and up. We're also going to come up with some pretty cool rules to participate in those upper pools. Why? Because we want you to lead, and lead with power. Thank you for your trust in us, and I will tell you this in closing. We have an incredible staff. And it may not feel like they care about you because tickets are stacking up, but they're going to wear their life out. And we've got some people coming on board that know what we didn't know in the customer service realm and in just helping digital branches be successful. And I can't wait to announce them. It's coming this week. And so stay tuned. It's going to get real fun. We care about you deeply.
Thank you for your vision and your dream. Thank you for going after it.
Thank you.
Amen.
Peter's a hard guy to cornered down and kind of, he's got his vision and I've got my vision, and we weave it in and out. And he asked me kind of point blank, and it almost took me a week to answer it. I couldn't answer it because I'd start crying. So I had Steven Spielberg answer it for me. So he said, "Why are you doing this?" And I pulled him in. Who's seen Schindler's List? By show of hands. Schindler's List is what he's done multiple movies and made zillions of dollars, and he never won an Oscar. He never won an Oscar until this movie, and it was a black and white movie. And it's a true story about a character, kind of rough around the edges, and they all wanted all about him. He leveraged a Jew that was an accountant to bring the investment dollars and to create the staff and do his accounting. And he became rich because of war, utilizing the Jews. Somewhere during the movie, his heart changed. And he took an inward mindset and turned it out to an outward mindset. And if any of you went, especially the VPs, you'll know what we're talking about, and eventually all of you will. And him and Ikyot Stun, the accountant, started typing out a list. You can YouTube this. You don't have to just hear me about it. And they start counting out the list. They got 1,200 names. Kept going and going and going. More. They're going from memory, trying to remember everybody that was in the plant. Because they were going to move so that they didn't end up in Auschwitz. And Ikyot Stern turns to him at the last page and said, "What did Gert say about this," which was the SS general that was over their camp or their area. "Did you just ask for the names?" Then he said, "You're not buying them, are you?" And Schindler turns back to him and said, "Yeah, if you were still my accountant, I'd expect you to talk me out of it. It's costing me a fortune." And then if you'll notice at the end of it, he types out the last couple of names in reverence. Pulls it out reverently and puts it. Puts it on the pile and pulls it up and says, "The list is life. All around it is the gulf." Folks, that's what you're doing. You're helping us make the list. Don't know what's going to happen in life. I'm not saying it's a Holocaust. I'm just saying it's really hard to live right now. If you can double people's buying power, you're helping us make a list. That's what we're doing here. We're going to have some awesome experiences together. We're going to have mobile banking like you've never experienced before, and I'm not talking about the app. Ask one of the vice presidents what that's like. You go change people's lives at a grocery store or a gas pump. It says, "Hey, ma'am, I got your gas." "Well, why are you buying my gas?" "Well, I get a dollar for dollar Z-Buck." "Well, great, what does that mean?" "Well, start filling up, let's get this done. We're what people are waiting." "Now, why are you buying me gas again?" "Well, I'm a member of TranzactCard and I get a dollar for dollar Z-Buck." "Oh, stop here. I'm only putting $10 in. I don't have enough money." I'll top you off, all right? I haven't felt my tank since the pandemic started. Are you sure you're gonna top me off? Yep. You pull your card out, you give them a card. Let me ask you that. Is that a charitable thing? Yeah. Is it marketing? Yeah. Is it self-improvement? Yeah. Welcome to TranzactCard's mobile banking. I hope you feel the spirit of what we're doing here, because that's why we're doing it. Make the world a better place, one swipe at a time. Thank you.